as days passes by, and most long for a place that they never find. I'm afraid I wake up when I die, and it is too late to climb any mountain. Time is of the essence, the blood running through our core. It's best to not feel sorry when it's over. I will be the greatest that you've ever seen before, and I'll stay eternal. My luck's run out. When things don't go to plan, I kinda lose my mind. I hope it's real, this life comes around. Just keep your faith and search for the fountain. Time is of the essence, the blood running through our core. It's best to not feel sorry when it's over. Will be the greatest that you've ever seen before, and I'll stay eternal. Eternal.
go DP and me, bro. About to hit the club and turn the shoot to a freak show. Look through the peephole, everybody geek, yo. Need to get girl with an extremely deep. See six midgets that be fighting, juggling. Maybe it's just me, cause my mind is struggling. Babes, boyfriend is acting like a clown. Know what's going down every time that we are down. Take a look through the peephole, yo. Everybody's getting geek, bro. Stop the hate and let them neeks know that we turn the club into a freak show. Turn the club to a freak show. Turn the club to a freak show. Turn the club, yeah, we turn the club to a freak show. Turn the club into a freak show.
Welcome to PGS Esports, where the players play. Your number one platform for all things esports. Built by gamers, for gamers, PGS puts talented players in the spotlight and creates a safe space for players of any skill level. Share stats with players from over 130 countries. Compete against your peers in our leagues and tournaments, and even learn from the pros, all in one easy-to-use mobile app. Find us on Facebook, Discord, or visit our website, pgsesports.com, to stay updated on new features, upcoming events, and more from the world of gaming. Join our growing global community and download the PGS Esports app today.
Hello! Hello lads and gents and welcome back to EOL. Today we'll be looking a look at Old and Gold facing off against XRAVEL. So again, very strong teams. We're actually going into the minor, which, I'm not very familiar with, so it's going to be interesting to see what these teams can bring up today. And, well, for the maps, and we're going to get to that specifics in the later, but just to mention some details, we are in Playday 9, minor league as mentioned, and, well, it's quite interesting as Old and Gold is actually in the minor league first place without losing a single game, as in XRAVEL is in the third. So today in the BO2, we are going to begin joined by John. So, John, firstly, hello, and
Hello.
also, what are the maps we are going to be looking at today?
So we're going to be seeing both Oregon and Chalet, which is quite interesting considering that both teams have played both these maps quite a lot. XRAVEL have gone to, as a combined between them, 6 times, and Old and Gold have been there 4 times. Both of them have won the majority. Old and Gold, obviously going undefeated in the league, have won every time they've been there. XRAVEL have won 5 of their 6 appearances on the 2 maps. So I think we are going to have a very great game today.
Hmm. All right. Yeah, I'm not really a favorite of since when the both of the teams should be ready, we should get up and started. Now, well, these two maps, they're not anything new. I can't say that. That would just be a complete and blatant lie. I mean, Oregon, we see it daily. We see it almost every time, to be completely honest. And, well, the maps are probably going to be the same as well. We're probably going to get, I'm just right now currently assuming, I am currently assuming it's going to be a dynamic duo of Thatcher Cade, maybe a Flores and Valkyrie, but that's that's all I can see from that side. I mean, yeah, the second one is actually going to be Chalet, which, let's say, 2 months ago was decently rare, I would say. That back then it was Oregon Villa, uh, but Clubhouse, maybe they were a lot more popular. But Chalet has been getting brought up a lot more recently, since even I mean, strategies, metas have just been changing up. Although the Finca and everything nades, they're still in the game. No worries. You're still gonna get blasted from below your feet even without you having any type of realization. So, well, while though that is still in the match, yeah. Do we have all both of the teams ready?
Yeah, both of the teams are in.
All
Real good.
right. Then we should start.
We're
Let's
waiting
let's
on.
get into it.
Yeah, we're on the
Alright.
way. So we're starting on Oregon. I think every single game I've casted has had an Oregon map played, and we're going to continue the streak. I'm hoping one day maybe the streak will end because I am getting bored of casting this map. But
Yeah.
we can hope for better things in the future as we come in to see the operator bans on Oregon. We're going to start with the XRAVEL ban for the attacking operator. As you said, I think Thatcher's probably going to be our best bet for guessing
Mhm.
who's going to be gone.
Well, well, well.
It's as if we know. It is Thatcher ban out first, and we're going to see Old and Gold go for their first ban, sorry, the second attack ban. I'm going to say maybe a Flores. Last time I casted the game, I saw a Flores ban. I
Yeah,
quite like Flores on
probably.
this map. But
Buck.
that's quite interesting. I've never seen a Buck ban on this map.
I mean, to be honest, it's kind of reasonable. So let's say they go downstairs, right? If you take a Hibana, she dies. Still having that secondary character with some sort of secondary hard breach device is always nice. And Buck may as well, beside let's say Zero, be the perfect fit since you have. Well, you have good soft breaching, a decent gun, just good potential. So even with a hard breach in back of the mind is always nice to have. But for the second ban on the defensive, we're going to be getting Valkyrie, an interesting one. In the meta, C4 is a strong ability, extremely good. Although the gun doesn't fit it completely, it's still just a jack of all trades. You always love to have her. And the last one is going to be joined by Cade. It's going to be the old man himself. And I mean, he's probably going to die of age before he can get one game of competitive in. It really
Yeah,
does feel like it.
he really is pushing that one. Yeah, I mean the Valk's gun. I've got that the MPX. It's got
Hmm.
quite a high fire rate. If you hit your headshots, then I mean you're gonna be
Fair.
loving Valk. But I
Okay.
understand it doesn't do a lot of damage, I guess. But I mean you can say that for any gun, hit your headshots and you're gonna be winning. So
Yeah.
the discussion's there for all guns. So we're gonna come into the first site. I actually missed what site we're on.
Well,
Yeah,
we're gonna be actually kitchen and dining. Huh.
yeah.
Quite
I
interesting.
quite like this site. Most people
Actually,
don't
not
know.
dining. That is going to be meeting. My
Yeah.
apologies. Okay, so let's just take it up a notch. The first site normally is going to be upstairs or downstairs. They seem like the most like common ways to do it. So it's either they're testing or they're just trying to, maybe go a different route, maybe see what their own strats can do. Because, I mean, okay, dining and meeting both strong, but they both have extremely easy breach access points. I mean, dining, if you go from small tower, you can breach from above, and in meeting, you take out attic, and even not attic, you can just make a hole into the attic just to get some sort of angle to see. You take out the mute jammer, and that's it. You have a breach into sight. But okay, we can still agree that the defense on these two sides can be held pretty strongly. From above, there's a
Yeah.
lot of ways to handle it.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, this is personally my third preference. I don't really like dining that much. I think, obviously, both sites have their reasons not to go there, but I quite like this one personally. I
Yep.
think it's a lot more fun to play. Now, of course, fun isn't always going to win you the games, but I like to have fun playing the game. So this is probably my third favorite site. You're going to see to start, to take the big tower, seeing what they can get. Obviously, like you're saying, you're going to go for the attic, see what little holes they can open up. See, Sledge is already in. Trying to take control of the stairs. Having a little peek around. You've got the Sophia just holding the corridor, stopping a little pusher coming out. So you've got an Echo drone. I wonder if they're going to play for the plant denial. See smoke above. A few bits of denial on the side of XRAVEL. See how long this is going to take before they start. See our first gunfight. I want action. That's what
Yep.
everyone loves to see.
It's always interesting to see how specific operators are good on specific sites. Let's say you breach into tower, or just into meeting from tower, but let's say Osa is going to be so good just because of his shields to, give that protection to the planter. Okay, yeah, maybe they can throw a C4 or a smoke, but by the time they do so, if the team chemistry is there, that person's gonna get taken out. So yeah, they wasted a bit of time, maybe got a kill, but they can just redo it until the refrag is on their side, because attackers have better guns. There's no doubt about it. They can easily win gunfights. They even have nades. Just they have a lot better utility for it in general. As they're actually going, doesn't seem like they'll be taking such control of attic. The hole's gonna be about opened up. Was that an impact? Was it opened
I don't
from
know.
the side of defense?
There's no name seems to be gone. Maybe there was a Zafir charge used. She has got one missing.
True, very possible.
Have you got an impact grenade lost? No, the defenders don't have an impact grenade, so I'm gonna have to assume that it's a Zafir.
Yeah, you would be correct. And of course, the first smoke is actually already out, and as he's gonna get taken out by Stizzy, the first one, the opening kill of this game is gonna be on the last half of the minute into the first round. I mean, Breza tried to put up a fight, tried to waste time, but of course it wasn't enough. The Osa going for a plant. It's a 4v, almost a 5v3 due to the HP of Hexon, but there's the Echo drone. It's gonna be
Could've gone
Mew
in the hat.
joining in. Oh god, what a shot! And well,
Oh, that was.
was
That's what
something.
happens when meeting goes wrong, I guess.
The Echo did try to hold his ground, especially with time wasting. I mean, so did the smoke, but he got taken out too early. I feel like the smoke could have, maybe.
Yeah,
Ma-
played longer.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the smoke was upstairs. I presume he got picked off by the holes upstairs, so maybe that was a bit of a wasted on the smoke. Maybe
Yeah.
they're playing him a little bit too aggressive, where he can't really deny the plant as effective as if he was maybe downstairs, possibly. But of course, that's for the team to decide. I didn't actually see how he died, so that's just going to be what I assume. See, round two is they're going to go into the basement. I think this is usually one of the best ones, I would argue, because you can just kind of there's many different ways to play basement, and it's going to be the team's way of choosing how they play it. I see people that roam all the way to the top floor, and I see people that all sit in the basement and just play the turtle. So we're going to see how XRAVEL like to play this site.
Yeah, I mean, Turtle is the way. You have elbow, you have all that type of stuff. But I feel like maybe sometimes there's that one cheeky Malusi, I would say, maybe a Jaeger, who would say maybe Valkyrie Alibi, the roaming type. One of them cheeky players decides to be all the way into showers into, around small tower. So if that actually, if the joining isn't quite good, that can change up the pace really fast. I mean, it can come to a 3k in a matter of 2 seconds. I mean, a refrag does happen, yeah, but not only did the guy waste your time and take out probably your hard breacher, plus 2 more characters, that would be quite important. I mean, it's just, this is why it's good to join, even if it's ranked. At the end of the day, you do better safe than sorry. That's what they say. But yeah, so playing very defensive, although, you know what I love? It's not a lot of the time the Mira actually gets banned, but what I see a lot of the times is her not being used. So a lot. She's there, but no one actually uses her, and I'm kind of respecting XRAVEL right now to using good old Mira to their, I guess you could say, to their full potential.
Yeah, I think a lot of teams try to make their strikes without the Mirror because they just expect Mirror to be banned. So when they have her, they're just not ready for it and they don't have anything planned. So there's no point in wasting her just because she's there. I think that's probably why most teams don't end up using them. Or her, sorry. So you're going to start... They've droned out them, but as soon as she's there, she's going to start falling back down the armory stairs. So only joining phase. They did drone them out, which is good to see. No rookie mistakes coming out the side of Old and Gold, considering they are the undefeated team in the minor league. So we're going to start taking meeting control. Maybe they're going to try and pop the hatches, see if they can get this Mirror off of the Mirror. So they can get control of elbow a little bit easier. Start 1 minute 40, so quite a lot of time considering that they've got them Lucy back to the basement, I think. I don't know, I didn't see her fall back, but I'm presuming. Seems to be moving around the map a lot easier than you would hope. Yeah. Oh no! Maybe she's going to try and get a pick from this. Presuming that Thinker's on the other side of the ball. Yeah. Thinker's all good. Just gotta watch to make sure she doesn't push back up though from the side of Old and Gold. Maybe a late round flank might come out from the Malusi, pick up a good few kills into the hatch. 1 minute left. Got the hatches open, just gonna put some pressure onto the basement now. Seeing what they can do. Maybe try and get some drones out, see if they can find a weak spot in the XRAVEL defense. So you've got the smoke still playing an elbow. They haven't put a lot of pressure onto the elbow player. Maybe that's going to come with the last 30 seconds. They're going to push in. See what they can do. The Malusi has pushed up. And she gets down. Her flank did not pay off. It looked so good right up until she tried to back off and did not get the kill. There was hope from the side of XRAVEL. See if they can get the pick. But there is still Old and Gold to have a lot to do considering. Still fighting. They find one. They're going to start pressuring on the side now. They drop down. Damage being dealt, but there's the C4 picks up another one. I think I'm able to get the bomb down with 24 seconds left on the clock. Smoke is still alive in elbow with no smoke grenades. So Plant on I was gone, but he's got the shotgun and he's ready to go absolutely crazy with it. But he doesn't. He gets picked off from the Sophia inside the pillar. The bomb is going down. They're going to be able to deny the plant here. It's unlikely. Looking from the positions, this is a very good cover from the side of Old and Gold. The bomb goes down. They get killed. One from Highway. And the second one falls to the Sophia from pillar. That was a good execute from Old and Gold, considering the flank from Malusi and how long it took for them to catch onto it. But they recovered that quite well.
Holy, I mean, Olden Goal is quite dominant right now. That was not only a fast execute, it wasn't even a minute and a half, and they were already breaching into site. They had control almost of the entire thing. I mean, it was only that little shell that was protecting the site, aka the players, the mirror, whatever you want. The site was only left, and the players could only defend it with gunpowder, which yet again you don't want to do against attackers. But what I don't like is Malusia was kind of gambling, if you ask me. You know, she threw the impact, but then she just started guessing where the players could be. Maybe going for a pre-fire there. But, I mean, if you don't get that gamble, it's a high risk, high reward. I mean, if you can get a kill, back off, maybe even stay upstairs to waste time and make them worry about you, that is excellent, okay? But if you try and gamble, lose that, the roaming is out, because I doubt there's going to be anyone else after that Malusi, because hiding up until the end game is kind of, when the plant is down and then you go for a flank, that's kind of not the ideal situation. But yeah, Olden Gold executed well, in time, did it perfectly in my opinion. And well, XRAVEL were going off of these picks. You saw the smoke going in for a shotgun on, well, he did try to go. I mean, he did have the close quarters advantage, but no one was there to support him. He was open from all angles, and I mean, Olden Gold had it all figured out. They were like 3 steps ahead of the other team. So yeah, I mean, well executed and well played. That was a round well served. But let's actually hop on to good old round number 3. Olden Gold doing not bad as being on the attacker side. I mean, this is a bit more defender sided, you would say, according to
Yeah, I would
stats.
agree.
But
A lot of the teams seem to prefer this on defense-sided. I presume this would be an Olden Gold pick, considering that XRAVEL must have picked the defense. Unless Olden Gold prefer the attack. Although I think that's unlikely.
yeah, I mean, we're going to still have to see. Maybe XRAVEL can pull out something just unexpected. Maybe there's just a trick. Who knows? But it's going to have to be sooner or later, because losing rounds this early on the preferable site, well, it's not good to say the least.
Yeah, it's not very good. I'm going to see what they can do on this site. We haven't seen this site yet. I would say it's probably arguably the first or second preference map. Site on the map. So you're going to start defending, but there's still 1 minute 50 and taking control of trophy. I wouldn't say that is very preferable from the team, to be honest. I think you'd want to hold that a little bit longer. But I guess it's up to them. We'll see how long they can withhold Olden Gold from getting onto the site. So you're just going to start slowing up now a little bit. Get some drone phase going out now. See how well they can find the defenders and where they can find a weak, because their executes so far have been quite well, and I think they're going to continue the trend, so there's no reason for them to stop it. So you've got one coming in the main window, and the first nade goes out and finds the kill. The second one, what a double kill from the Iana from the big window, finding out 2 big picks on the side of XRAVEL, and that is probably the start that Olden Gold needed to begin their execute. He's going to try and get one through the wall, but does not manage to find it. Let's see, how long will it take for them to pick up the third and begin their execute? I think that is the perfect invitation that Olden Gold are looking for. See, nice bit of damage being taken off on the third one onto the side. As you can see, the execute is beginning to start. We have 2 insight. Malusi's going down. All 5 of them in caving into sight, and it's a 4v1. Surely they don't win this. It's the Malusi left alive. Going to try and pop some shots in. Sorry. Ugh. Pop some shots in, but doesn't manage to get anything. And that is another Olden Gold round. 3-0.
I mean,
Not looking good.
in my complete opinion, XRAVEL is right now giving way too much just coverage. They're giving way too much ground way too early. I mean, even in the basement, Malusi didn't really show herself until she did that gamble that actually didn't work out for her team. Right now, they took trophy, they could take main window, they could take even almost static. I mean, if the alibi was not there, which she was, but trophy was just instantly there. So yeah, there was some utility, there was an alibi left and right, but no one backing it up, no flanks, even that was being watched. So XRAVEL, they need to play a bit more aggressive, a bit more expansive, since giving Old Gold all that comfortability just so easily. I mean, it's like passing the W to the enemy team. I guess you could say they're playing way too of a turtle strat, as you would call it. But yeah,
Mm.
Old Gold's third round in a row, not doing bad. And I mean, the outcome of this half, I guess, of these first 6 rounds before the side switch should be looking, at least for how it is. If XRAVEL does not use this timeout to their full advantage, it should be looking like a 6-0 or a 5-1, in my opinion.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, they'd want to be taking it probably 4-2, 5-1 maybe, because this is quite a defender-sided map.
Yeah.
It's not looking good for them as the first quarter finishes. I guess you could say the first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go into round 4. Again, I missed what side they're defending. That looks like top floor again. So we're going to see if they manage to learn during that tactical timeout, if they manage to talk about what mistakes they are making. With the castle, though. I don't know. Did they have the castle last time? I don't actually remember.
I do believe they did.
Yes, they did. They did. Yes, I have the stream up. They did. They had the castle. So maybe I was thinking maybe if they bought the castle, they were trying to go a little bit more passive, which is not what we would think they would be doing. But maybe they're adapting their play and going more aggressive. They seem to be opening more holes than they did last time, and expanding out into armory. So maybe they're going more aggressive.
Yeah.
Often didn't have those head holes on the armory wall. They had that reinforced. So maybe we're seeing some more aggressive coming out of XRAVEL, which is what we think they're needing.
They are.
So we'll see how that goes.
Bit
Let's
of-
see if we can go more aggressive. Sorry, go on.
A bit of a switch up is always what you need. I mean, I do like that they actually took their timeout. Maybe also broke the momentum that Old Gold had. Maybe now they're gonna have a bit of a fighting chance, since Old Gold seemed like they were on a streak. They felt way too warmed up, and playing a bit more aggressive could actually work out in the team. But the one thing I'm not liking right now, previous time I believe it was Stizzy on Diana, a good double kill from him to say the least. But right now on a Nook, one of the deadliest operators in my opinion, he could walk into sight and not even a person would flinch or realize that there's literally a Nook pretty much just touching you from the back. I mean, it's one of the deadliest operators if you ask me, but we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see. And she's in
100%
basement.
Agree. 100% agree. The Iana is very, very good in the current meta, considering how easy they could just float past a number of utility that the defenders have. Are we going to see a battle coming out here? A gunfight between the Melusi and the Aya and the Nock? Sorry, I keep calling them the wrong names. It's really embarrassing for me. See the Melusi going on the flank. Is he about to pick one up? Gets the drone. No, Nock is lurking around in the basement.
Oh,
I think Melusi may know as well. This might be interesting.
I mean,
Oh,
feels like a
what are we gonna-
Scooby-Doo episode.
Yeah, it certainly does seem like that. I think they both know someone's in the basement, but they don't know exactly where. I don't think the rest of the attack is really helping. Are they going to cut off the Melusi? Maybe they're just waiting for the Melusi to maybe run outside, because there is a few of them hanging around this sort of area. Are we going to see the Nock right behind the Melusi and picks off, gets the kill. That opens up a first pick again for Olden Gold. I want to say that they've had it most rounds. I haven't been writing it down, but I'm pretty sure they've had it most rounds. So maybe it's the first pick that's doing it for them.
Well,
see, oh, that's a nice shot coming out from the side of Castle. If you're
There's
looking for a
improvement.
reason to start off the sort of momentum, that's a good way to start it, and that's a good way to end it from the side of Nock. Steve picking up a beautiful kill and making it a 4v3.
Stizzy with just no mercy. I mean, it's another double kill from his side, just like the previous round. He started off with a double kill. Although Nomad is out of the match, but they don't seem to have a lot of aggression, so flanking is a very rare opportunity. As a jump in happens, Maestro takes him out, as MLG will be getting a refrag onto the side of the Italian. Stizzy gets another kill. That's going to be a triple. Does he get the ace? He gets shut down by the Alibi. The plant is going down. They realize that the Alibi shotgun's out, and he finishes him. And that is going to be the first round in the 4. Good old XRAVEL. Wow, this Alibi just went nuts. She did not care. The belief in hand. Is it the belief? No. Yes, believe
Bailiff,
it
yeah,
is.
bailiff, yeah, it is. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It is, and that was very intense. I was very scared from the size of the nomad, not a nomad, alibi. So she ran out of bullets on the primary gun. I was like, you do not switch to the secondary there, and she does it, and she still wins the round. I
Just
saw the sledge.
built.
I saw the sledge get off the plant. And I saw her whip out that secondary. I was like, oh, this is gonna get interesting. She swings and she finds the kill for win the first round for XRAVEL. You could not ask for a better start. They're gonna
True.
be ready, and they're gonna have the momentum now. If there's a better time for them to mount the comeback to bring it back to 3-3, that's going to be the round you want to start that on.
Hmm.
See them go back to the basement where they went last time. I think it was I think Golden Gold took it 4-1, maybe 3-1. They tried. I think get the plant down. I remember last time. We're going to see whether maybe they don't have. They do have their Malusi this time. Maybe this Malusi is going to play a little bit more aggressive, like they played in the last round. The more
Yeah.
aggressive with the more aggressive play style. Sorry, I'm just getting my tongue in a twist, and it's
It's all right.
annoying me as much as it is for
English,
you.
English can be really annoying sometimes. I get it.
It really can be, considering it's my first language as well. You've got to be better at it, but apparently not. So the round is the round has just started. Let's see, because Olden Gold took a lot of control quite quickly last time. I wonder if XRAVEL's going to let them replicate that, or if they're going to go more aggressive. They seem to have more players out on the roam this time. Last time they only had one. This time they seem to have two. See, we've got playing a I completely forgot his name. Wamai, that's his name. I do know it. Wamai going to look very aggressive. Top of a big tower, trying to get a pick out of the window. He's going to try and just waste as much time as he can now. That is his goal. And he's going to be getting peeked from the window. He's going to pop a few shots and just going to fall off. Best decision to make there. I don't know if they spotted that.
No one did. And, well, Smoke's going to be getting taken out. Instead of him, well, might just skedaddled out of there. I mean, he actually made it out alive, which is surprising. He was getting pushed tier, like, T3 just absolutely dominated. There was the Capital bolts. He just jumped down and went for it. As, of course, Lumen Neon was the one to get taken out. And it's unfortunate, because it's the Smoke. I mean, if it would be down to the last minute, the Smoke could be a game changer. If you ask me, those 3 smokes could just prevent anything. I mean, you try to go into site, you're going to get smoked any second you try to go in. You won't be able to breathe. It's just kind of... It's an unfortunate pick. You know, you could have been a Malusi, could have been a Wamai. Those 2 would have been not as important in the late game. So, yeah, we're going to have to see where that goes. But the attackers, yet again, regain control. But this time, it's going to be a lot slower. Last time, it was a minute and a half. They already had breaches. They were already pretty much in control. This Malusi is still on the Z corner, or Zulu as people like to call it. Will she get the wallbang? Doesn't seem like. And yeah, this is some sort of pressure. This is the pressure you want as the defender. You know, she's not taking the gamble, but now she actually has some control, some land, so the attackers can do as they please. And of course, I'm actually enjoying this Roy good old pose out there, as Breza with a kill onto Stacey won't be allowing him to get a double kill, not at least this round, as it's put down to an equal man advantage.
This is looking good for XRAVEL, considering last time how terrible this was at this point in the round. It went for them. Last time they defended the basement. So all 4 of them back on the site though. Malusi does manage to get her pick, as you said, this time. Whereas last time it didn't go to plan. This time it has gone perfect to plan for XRAVEL, other than losing the smoke, of course. But no round can ever go perfect. Just going to see 30 seconds left. Olden Gold looking to start their execute. Now, they're not going to have as perfect of a situation as they did last time, but will that make a difference for the side of XRAVEL? The nade goes out, and they're going to push down the big tower stairs. See, Mira picks up 1 onto the Finker. C4 goes out, does not collect 1. Sophia collects 2. Wamai picks up 1. 7 seconds left. Will Bond get to go down? It's a 1v2 here for Mira. Now, Sophia's giving cover with that LMG. That LMG can go crazy. Mira's going to look to get 1. Does not get it. Damage goes down to like 5 HP, and then Sophia picks it up from Pillar. Olden Gold managed to win it still with a 4v4 with 30 seconds left. Olden Gold seems to be really good at their executes, considering how bad of a situation they were in just then.
There were still some improvements. I'm going to say it like that. There were a lot of improvements from XRAVEL. I mean, the aggression was there, but it's... Maybe they should start a bit more on prioritizing characters. You know, that Smoke getting taken out, he would have been really important there. He could have denied the plant. Maybe gone for a 1v1 with the Zofia and a shotgun. You know, anything could have happened. And I feel like maybe they rely on their guns too much, which is not a bad thing. Don't get me wrong. Relying on guns is always a decent thing. You know, your gun skill, confidence, all that is nice. But as a defender, you have a setup for a reason. So it, you know, fits you. So it favors you. That's why if you're in a gunfight against an attacker in your sight, it should be a bit more favored towards you. They're in your area. So, you know, with that in mind, taking advantage of that, in a sense, could be a bit more favorable. I mean, the Mirror did try. Maybe I don't think the elbow rotation was closed, but I think if maybe, you know, she went around. There's a lot of options to do, but yeah, just taking prioritization, and of course taking the right, I guess using your priorities while you still can. Because in a gunfight against an attacker, especially if it's let's say a smoke on long range against good old Osa, I mean, come on. There's no way he's going to one-tap SMG-11 from like 50 meters. At least not what I think so.
I don't think anyone in this lobby is going to be outgunning an Osa with the smoke SMG. I think that's probably something you only see in the highest level of play. And sadly, we're not there yet. But I mean, it's unlikely to happen. I don't know. I think the smoke was playing on elbow. So I don't know how he managed to get picked off, but maybe he went aggressive and we just missed it. So... But yeah, I think XRAVEL did have a better start to the round after that, of course. But we'll see how it goes this time. They're going to go back to kitchen meeting. Kitchen meeting? Yeah, kitchen meeting.
Yes.
So this time, last time, they went here, of course. Old and Gold won. So very aggressive from the 1 mile. Are they going to be able to spot him out? I don't think they know he's there.
They do not.
I don't think he's going to be able to swing out and see them, though. Maybe he will be able to now, and they know he's there. Impact grenade goes out, but he falls to the oh my god, what's the name? Osa. Oh my, that is so embarrassing. I'm sorry about that. Falls to the Osa. Yeah. See the pressure being put on from above, as they did last time. So it worked for them last time, so maybe it'll work for them again this time. We have to wait and see. Because they've already got rid of the one eye playing above, so that leaves a smoke. Oh no, it doesn't. Smoke drops down. So maybe they're following what I said last time, having the smoke in a position where he's able to deny the plant without being pressured from above. I think that's probably the best way for them to go about it. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's most often maybe they can find a bit of a secure area for him, you know, behind the shield. He can just throw smokes without taking too much of a blow himself, so that should be the best option. I mean, Castle playing upstairs also is a bit of a worry, because, I mean, attic hasn't been taken. There's only a hole just preventing anyone from getting in. A bit of an embarrassing nade from there, Stizzy at least. You know, you tried F to pay respects, but it didn't work out. And, well, with that in mind, I feel like maybe the castle should be backing off the site, because you're not going to contest attic that way. They're not going to go in there. It's just a dead zone right now. Gunfights are going down to the last 35 seconds, but there's no Osa shield to help that plan, so the smoke could actually have a lot of potential as Stizzy gets a second opening kill onto the Azami. That's going to be a 3v5 situation. Will there be another? The C4 comes flying out, but not successful enough to get any kill. MOG right now, he gets another kill, joined by the Finka LMG as it's a 4v1 situation for the good old Castle. He gets a double kill. Will he be able to get a triple? He will not, as the F2 comes in hand and finishes him off in the last remaining gunfight. I mean, the smokes were there was still improvement, but yeah, old gold just, they force. They're very good at forcing people into gunfights. I mean, they had the strategy, but they just forced the defenders into a gunfight, which is, well, something you shouldn't do. We've mentioned it before, but when you're forced into it, I mean, you kind of just have to go all out. I mean, the Castle, to be honest, I was kind of rooting for him to do a 1v5 clutch.
I was hoping for that as well.
It would have been pretty epic, but yeah, it's going to be Old and Gold on their side of attack with a 5-1 score, so I don't want to be the one to say it, but XRAVEL is looking at an extremely, and I mean an extremely bad situation. Yeah, I mean, this game could finish half an hour earlier than it should have, just because, well, the team difference.
Yeah, I mean, it's not preferable, but it's not unwinnable. There's two ways of looking at it. Yeah, it's a challenge, but it's still possible, and I think XRAVEL may be able to do it. We've seen Old and Gold come in and absolutely destroy all of their attacking rounds, making very little problems So very little mistakes as it goes, other than the nade last round. That was a little bit embarrassing, but it happens. But I think Old and Gold have shown how you can attack Oregon. I wonder if XRAVEL will be able to replicate in a similar fashion. If they do, then I think we could have a very good game coming into overtime and going down maybe right to the end of the game if XRAVEL can replicate Old and Gold's way of attacking. If not, then like you said, this could end very early.
Yeah.
And then we'll go on to Chalet.
Maybe Chalet's going to be a bit different. Maybe XRAVEL just doesn't like Oregon. I mean, I can't blame them. There has not been a time we have not been bored of this map. I mean, okay, there are some new plays. There are some flawlesses, you know, some aces. That's always cool to see, don't get me wrong. But, dude, it's Oregon. Come on, let's be real. No one here can... If anyone in general, any Siege player goes, woo, I love playing Oregon, they're just blatantly lying. It's just a stated fact.
That's the way it goes.
It so is. But yeah, I mean, Chalet could be a bit different, but I'm still kind of hyped up for Chalet. Although it has been a lot more popular, Chalet is still kind of fun to watch. It's still not Oregon, so you know.
And I can confirm Chalet is XRAVEL's pick, and this is Old and Gold's pick. So maybe, like you're saying, this is not XRAVEL's favourite map.
Oh,
That's the way to see.
oh, are they putting their smoke up in front?
Oh,
He got a kill, but you gotta
At
think
what
of the
cost?
consequences. What if he died?
it happened
Ooh.
last round. It happened on the side of XRAVEL when they lost their smoke first.
Yeah. Well, thankfully it didn't happen, but it was a bit of a trade-off for Leo the Azami as another kill from MLG. The AUG in hand, and that's going to be good old Ying getting taken out. And that's going to be a 4v3, but yeah, I'm so worried why everyone just puts their smoke up in front. I mean, this is one of the only reason you pick smoke is for the late game. Why put him in such danger in close? I mean, it worked out. It worked
did.
out weak. But still.
I mean,
I
I've
feel
seen
like-
some teams use smoke as aggressive with that FMG with the 1.5. That is pretty nasty sometimes. But taking gunfights, we're going to see the sledge drop down. Picks up a down, onto the Wamai, but we're going to see a good refire coming out the side of the Echo. Now a 1v3, 1v4, I guess, onto the side of XRAVEL. Is he going to be able to mount the comeback as the Flores? Let's see what he can do from inside of blue. Getting a cheeky little pick. Maybe we'll get one for his troubles. Gonna throw the flash grenade. Gonna see if he can cross over into Shigo there. Probably in the impact grenades and gets double swinged. It's unlucky from the side of XRAVEL. See the Flores. Tried his best, but sadly couldn't do much more with that.
I'm kind of confused, you know, was the Sludge trying to repeat the alibi accident with the secondary in hand, trying to finish it off? Because, I mean, he dropped down, got a kill, and he just pulled out his pistol. He went all out. He was playing ranked right now, so I don't know what that was about, because I doubt he used all... What, the AL-85 has like 30 bullets, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's
I
got
don't-
enough bullets to last.
I don't think he used all of them while he was dropping down hatch.
I think it's going for the clip.
He was going for the clip, the top 5 plays in EOL,
EOL.
probably.
Yeah, he's going for it. Midway
Oh,
through the round, I get my B-roll go off. That's gonna have to wait. B-roll, great app. Would recommend.
Would
Look,
recommend
do
10
you know-
out of 10.
Do you know what B-roll is? No?
No clue.
Ah. So random points in the day, you have to take a random picture. So a random point in the day, you'll get a notification. You've got to take a picture of what you're doing right then. Should I make mine casting EOL?
Ask
Ooh, I don't
CEO.
know.
You gotta flex on it, man.
Should I?
You
I
gotta
think
flex.
the people on B-roll need to see I'm currently casting EOL.
Wait,
Made it
what-
big time. Made it big
hold up.
time.
What do they do with those pictures? Do they just...
It's just you and your friends just showing what you're doing, you know?
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
thought it
yeah.
was just like you alone.
No. Just you and your friends. It's like it's what you're doing a day. I guess it's like
Oh.
conversation starter or something. It's quite interesting. See some of my friends doing some cool things. I don't, of course, because you know
Casting is cool.
I cast. Yeah, of course, casting is cool.
Especially when
As-
it's Oregon. Phew.
And Chalet.
Oh, what a real knee slapper, dude. Holy.
Yeah, I mean that right there is the peak of interest. And you get the first pick coming outside of XRAVEL. That is going to kickstart their round brilliantly. So I think it takes a little bit of damage, but nothing to worry about. It's worth it for the pick. It's worth it. And you can see the second down. XRAVEL maybe going to win this round, making it a 6-2. It's a really good start on the side of XRAVEL, picking up 2 easy picks. You can see them backing off. I doubt the one that's going to get down to pick him up unless they go for the attic drop. But I think at this point, it's just not worth the risk.
Yeah, they spot the laying body on the floor. I mean, there's going to be no help for MOG. The alibis, they're trying to assist him. There's no drone on him. And will this actually backfire on the team XRAVEL? I mean, if they actually get a bit more greedy as a nade kill comes in from Honk onto Knight, another one from Roy onto MOG. The one and only Leo right now alone with Stizzy in a 2v5 situation, getting into a 2v4 by Stizzy. He's been popping off. It seems like the hot hand of the team. 10 and 2. Holy, he's a 1v4 situation as Leo gets taken out by the meta gun, the LMG of the Finka, the death in hands itself. As Stizzy right now in a 1v4, it's getting quite honestly very intense. I mean, what's even more intense is that Roy is running Amaru. I mean, you don't see that often, so we're actually getting entertainment from Oregon. This is interesting, as, of course, everything is taken control. I mean, you have White, you have a big window, they're going to start taking gunfights, and will Stizzy be able to put up one of his own? He gets in a double kill for the good old Amaru, making it 11-2. I mean, his KD's going up, making it a 1-2. The plant is going down. Will he be able to make it? As, of course, Riza will not be there to allow it. I mean, it was close. It was close, to be honest, but not close enough.
I was starting to believe we were going to see the 1v4. But the Finker LMG, of course, has to come and ruin our fun again.
Gosh.
I think LMG is the best at doing.
Whippersnapper.
It just loves to ruin everything. And we're going to see 6-2 prolonging the game. Like I said, XRAVEL, are they going to mount the comeback? I think 6-2, I mean, odds are against them, but there's nothing stopping them after a round like that. Get it done.
Gotta hope for the underdog.
Yeah, you gotta be rooting for them right now in Twitch chat at least.
Exactly.
I mean, they did get it down to the 4v1. Now, of course, great skill from the Wamai managing to get it down to a 1v2, but it shows good signs from the side of XRAVEL to get it down to that 1v4 in the first place. Maybe the sign of things to come.
Regression. Did you see how fast they pushed up, took out the mute? It was a matter of seconds, and they were not taking any hostages. I mean, they went kill after kill. No refrag was allowed. This is their aggression. The 2 rounds they won were both extremely aggressive. And this is what we need to see. I mean, if they can continue over this aggression, maybe I'm not talking about Amaru, Ying, Capital, Plant, Russian with a Glass and Monty. No, that's not what I mean. I mean just playing extremely aggressive, playing off of your guns. You know, Old and Gold took their advantage of having just strength in gun power and abilities to, you know, take them out. So they forced that onto them. So XRAVEL could do the same. I'm feeling this could actually be, you know, maybe an opportunity for a comeback.
Absolutely. With XRAVEL seems to be going more aggressive, this could start turning into frag or be fragged, and I'm all here to see gunfights blazing. Because they're going to start pushing up on the Jaeger below. Let's see, how long do we see before we get to start seeing some beautiful gun skill? There seems to be a lot more roaming coming out on the side of Old and Gold this time. They've got one in the basement, one top freezer stairs. We're going to see the damage being taken to the Finker. Just going to Finker surge a little bit of that health back. Not all of it though. See, Jaeger is playing below, along with the Wamai and Mute currently in the basement, or is that in classroom? I can't really tell. Swinging from Z, he's not in the basement. C4's going to come out, doesn't shoot the C4, opts to run. Oh, that was close. For the C4 taking away Sledge. And they get the score. We're going to see the Warden fall. I didn't see we have no Warden. Where's Warden from the big window? Is that all of them off site now?
It seems so. I mean, they're playing aggressive themselves, but I don't. What am I seeing? I don't know myself. I'm quite confused. I mean, they could literally go into site and start planting right now. No one would know.
They can hop in the big window and rush out this smoke. As the Jaeger goes below, gets a beautiful little one pick and a second one pick double. Almost gets a 5. Drops off just before. That manages to get the refrag. We see a 4v2. This is not a great start for XRAVEL because they 1 and 2 and it's a 4v1 here for the poor Thermite. Just the hard breacher left alone. The supporting operator here to clutch the 1v4 to prevent map 1. Going to the side of Old and Gold. See the pistol coming out from the Jaeger. He wants the clip. He wants the pistol kill. We're going to see the swing coming out of Thermite. Thermite does not realize Jaeger's going to pick up the 1 onto the Jaeger. Now turns his sight to the rest of the team. Sees on the top of Freezer. Does not go for it. Sees there's a guy there. Goes get one. 1v2 here. Is Filmmaker able to clutch his one out? Does he know about the one mine? Does he know about the smoke? Smoke cancer's going to go out. 40 seconds. He can just slow it down now. Maybe try and locate where the defenders of Old and Gold are. Maybe we can see 4v2 comeback. He switches his. Go on.
Someone, please call the police. Gecko, did you see that triple kill?
It was beautiful.
It was, oh my god. I
Couldn't
could
ask
not.
for more.
I shed a tear for that one as a GG's comes into play, and Oregon going to Old Gold. And to be honest, I'm going to just say this outright. I love their icon. I love the Minecraft Gold icon. But yeah, well, it was looking like, you know, Gunnar XRAVEL actually had a chance right there, but Gecko, just with a triple kill, anyone trying to push him, he absolutely shut them down. I mean, it was just a power button, just putting it off for a second, and well, it was dominating to see. They had a very good start on attack, played extremely aggressively, and XRAVEL did try to put up a fight, but it wasn't enough for Old Gold, as they will be taking map number 1. And, well, we're going to be going into a good old 5-minute break, so yeah, we should be seeing you then.
Come back.
Look at Snow White eating rotten apples. Dirty bass that be coming at you. Roller coasters like a supernova. I'm the ringmaster, this my tabernacle. See you screaming, I'm like, what for? Oh, you pop? Yeah, I got popcorn. I been wake up on the wrong lawn, so we won't stop. It's a lost cause. Take a look through the peephole. Yo, everybody's getting geek, bro. Stop the hate and let them neeks know that we turn the club into a freak show. Turn the club to a freak show. Turn the club to a freak show. Turn the club, yeah, we turn the club to a freak show. Turn the club into a freak show.
Can you hear my heartbeat calling? Can you feel the love we're falling? Just take my hand and take me home tonight. Throwing caution to the wind, I'll take a chance and let you in. Just take my hand and take me home tonight. We defeat all impossibilities. Yeah, you and me will take our hearts and run free into the wild. Into the wild.
want you to listen.
Hello, welcome back. I hope you stay tuned now. I mean, it was an interesting match, to say the least. I can't say the map was a good pick. I can't say we haven't seen it on a daily basis, but at the end of the day, still both teams put up a very good fight, and it was very interesting to watch as well. I mean, there were some very nice plays. I remember that belief from the alibi so well. It's just a just a good memory to stay in, but. Well, we have to move on as we're going to be going on to Chalet, which I have mentioned before. I'll mention it again. It has been a map that's kind of just uprising. It's going up the ladder, and, well, it has a reason to do so. It's a good map, and people are starting to get used to it. So I hope they don't ruin the map by making it as common as Oregon, because if they do, I'm quitting existence. I'm just going to stop existing. That's how I function.
Yeah.
But, yeah, let's actually talk about the maps, shall we, John?
Yeah, 100%. I quite like this map, but I do agree it is starting to get a little bit more too popular for my liking. You see Thatcher going out first. He's just good on all maps, really, so that just makes sense for him to go, obviously.
Yeah.
I think next season, though, with the new EMP secondary, maybe we'll see his ban rate start to go down. That might be interesting to see who then becomes the default attacking ban. I don't know. There's a few candidates, maybe. Flores ban. I like Flores. Makes sense why you ban him out. Those little Johns can be really pesky and hard to get rid of if you're not willing to bring a little Mozzie or a Mute, I guess. You've got to be looking out for them at your feet at all times. See the first defender? I think they banned Valkyrie last time, if I'm not mistaken, so I think they'll probably ban the Valk out again, considering she's quite useful and again. On all
Yeah.
map, maybe Cade? Cade.
Well,
Oh, I said last second. I think that's got to be a credit in my side. I
better
think
safe
this
than
one will be a
sorry.
Valk.
I feel like they could have actually messed up if they banned Valkyrie. Because let's say they banned Valkyrie, and then Old and Gold decides to ban Mira. Well, then it's going to be Old and Gold with a good old Cade on their side. So it's going to be attacking. It's going to be a lot more heavy and just a lot more difficult. So, could have been a bit more sided as the last defender getting banned is going to be Azami. Quite interesting. I don't
In a zombie ban.
Yeah, it's not really common. I mean, I can kind of get it. She is decent, but I still can't see it. I still feel like Mira Valkyrie, even at this point, Smoke would have been a better option because they see. I mean, XRAVEL has been doing. I won't say extremely good, but they've been doing quite decently with Smoke, and they've been using it commonly. And I mean, if Old Gold can, of course, replace that with, let's say, the Chanky Kang or something like that, I mean, maybe it could work in their advantage quite a lot more than they think. So, as the first side we're going to be going in is dining and kitchen. We're going back to dining and kitchen, just like in Oregon, the same site, ironically.
Yeah, I mean, no reason not to go here. It's a great site, of course, and if Golden Gold know what they're doing, which, based on last map, I think they will, no reason not to go here. So, see quite a default setup coming up, though. Nothing out of the ordinary operator-wise, considering that banned out the Azami, which I think I am still quite shocked at that. I mean, she's good. I wouldn't say that she's, ban-worthy, considering you have some other options. I would say probably more broken than Azami. But maybe Azami is a straight counter to their attack. I guess we won't know until we get there. Right now, we're going to have to watch them set up their defense. I do like that shield.
It
That
does.
shield in the closet.
Very good. It's very good.
It's quite
Oh.
interesting to see.
My God, you can protect piano quite well with that. I mean, put an ADS, slap a good old one my gadget on it, and you're safe and sound. I mean, I feel like, but oh well, it's gonna be actually XRAVEL. You know, we've said how they need to be aggressive, correct? And well, they already have living room. They're already progressing from library down to they have K9 balcony, they have office. Pretty much, they're doing this extremely fast. I mean, it's not even been a minute, and they're already starting to surround the place. Like God, this is going faster than ever. I mean, to be honest, this is what they need to do. This is what we need to see. So let's hope it actually works out in their advantage. It is their map, so let's hope they know what they're doing. This is what they picked, so well, it's going to be quite down for them to make the decision. And let's hope Old and Gold doesn't actually start playing as defensive as XRAVEL did earlier and, you know, kind of mess things up. Because this could actually, you know, just keep him on that streak of not losing a single game.
I mean, Chalet, maybe we can start seeing a lot of gunfights coming out. I want to see some entertaining gameplay. Oregon was a little bit more defensive, a little bit more strat heavy, whereas here I want to see gunfight after gunfight being taken. A bit more interesting. You're going to see the first nade being cooked out. We see the first death on for the smoke. I think this happened last time as well, where the smoke got picked off really early, or they were using the smoke to swing onto the top of the stairs. That risky last time, and this time it doesn't work off, but the Jaeger manages to find one, almost gets the head of the second, just falls off as the Jaeger sees it. See the damage being taken to the view down below. Where is the damage being taken from? Maybe from the windows, I presume.
Probably. Wouldn't be surprised, but it's a 4v4. No man advantage seems to be covered, yet the upstairs does seem to be contested by the Sienna, but also contested by Gecko, the Jaeger player. I mean, we've seen him pop off way too many times, so why not let it happen again? Living room under area as the F2 and the Fink LMG come into play. It's a double kill on the side of XRAVEL. A 2v4, they can go for a plant, as of course Sizzy with... Oh my god, the DMR. MK14 in hand. Does he get the second kill? He gets one, but can't secure the other. 25 seconds on the clock. The F2 from the Twitch. Her head almost gets taken off, but not quite. They're running out of time. The plant is starting to slowly go down. Is there enough cover? Doesn't seem like it. Gecko gets a kill onto Roy. Breza actually down, but gets herself up, and now it's down to the Twitch. Pushes in. Does she get taken out? No, she doesn't. It's down to the last 5 seconds. She pushes in with a pistol. Gets a triple kill. And the plant is going down. Gecko trying to contest anything he can. I mean, right now it's really unsafe, and he manages with another pop-off. It was... Oh, it's getting heated up.
Crazy on this. Jaeger gets a free kill, a free K on the last round of the last map, and does not seem to be slamming down on map 2. Picking up a beautiful little clutch. Taking Old and Gold round 1. We'll see where they go for round 2. I mean, I'm just not ready for this craziness. That was a really good round 1. I hope that the rest of the rounds are as good as that. Because then we're in for a real great game. And you're going to see round 2 coming in bar games. See, I personally prefer this one to kitchen. Is it kitchen dining? It is kitchen dining. Yeah, I prefer this one to kitchen dining. I think this is a lot better to hold. Obviously, if you hold it correctly, this is probably one of, I would say, my second favorite on the map. If you hold it correctly. If not, then see the mistake coming out. But we're seeing from XRAVEL the lineup that they used in Oregon with the Amaru and the Finker to rush in and get the nice early picks. I'm hoping maybe we're going to see a nice quick round again with a lot of gunfights coming out. I wonder where they're going to use that Amaru. Are they going to straight hop into Solarium?
Library, maybe?
Maybe. But that's a bit, I say that's a bit too risky though. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm not going to put it past them.
I would agree, but you know what I'm surprised about? Actually, Old and Gold is not running a Frost, which, I mean, from my experience, Frost is really common on this site. Frost, you know, just the, I guess you could say the what's it called, the vertical holes below the windows, which Frost mats placed under them. It's just kind of, it fits in all together, but with no Frost in mind, I mean, Amaru feels kind of safe. She can hop in without any type of, you know, insecurity, I guess you could say at this point. But yeah, it's an interesting build they have here, to say the least. I mean, they have no soft breachers, but they most definitely have gunpowder.
Yeah, 100%. They're not lacking on the gunpowder front. They're gonna hop straight into sight, and we're gonna see the first pick coming out, and two of them is a 5v3. The rush is gonna work out. It's a 4v2. That's what he guns popping off. It's a 3v2. Someone managed to deny the plant, but the bomb is now gonna be replanted down. It's a 2v2 coming out on the side. Bomb is going to be put down. Bomb is gonna go down. We're gonna see a beautiful shot from the side of the Amaru. Wow. getting off the diffuser, and I think that's probably one of the first few bullets straight hit the head. Do they know about the guy pushing upstairs? They do not. It's going to be a 1v1 to decide the round. We're going to have one playing very passive outside, but do they know that they're outside? I don't think they're aware of the outside player. Taking their time, so see what holes they can open up, see if they can get a little peek onto the toes of the Amari. But the Amari is going to be sat outside. No toes today for the no, Ravuni. It is Ravuni. Popping outside to get a swing. Uses the pillar for protection, but it's a great shot from the side of the Amaru. Round 2 is going to go the way of XRAVEL. So about that Amari play, worked really well from the side of XRAVEL.
You know,
We were both wrong as to where they were going to hop in.
I'm liking the difference between this map and the previous one. I mean, the previous one was old and gold. They didn't have a problem. Let's be completely honest. 2 rounds they got defeated, but the other ones it was pretty dominant. I mean, it was always down to like a 4v2, 4v1 situation. So with that in mind, I mean, kind of strong holding their own ground. But here, XRAVEL seems to be doing quite well for themselves. They're doing extremely good. They're holding their ground, even though, you know, there's been a bit of a clutch right then and there from good old Jaeger, but it was still not enough. And right there, I mean, okay, Aruni was actually taking her sweet time when she shouldn't have. That's on her behalf. I mean, playing aggressive when the plant is down in a 1v1 is the thing you want to do, even if you don't have the gun advantage, because Amaru probably has the best, if not one of the best gun loadouts in the entire game. I mean, an SMG 11 plus the IQ LMG, what else do you want? Come on. But yeah, still, you gotta take it, because it's, well, you're on the clock. That's the interesting thing about plants. You know, normally it's the attackers who have to get to the plant, and up until then, you know, they're on the clock. They're on a time limit, but then it just reverses, and that's the defenders. They kind of switch roles. But yeah, with that in mind, we're gonna be, you know, XRAVEL is playing extremely aggressively, and it just shows. I mean, they're doing better. They've already won their first round and even up the score, as MLG will be returning the favor onto Hexan. That's going to be Yana with a beautiful spawn peek, almost getting a second as it seems through a wallbang, and even Hong being extremely and fatally injured. I mean, the Finka boost won't be able to get him to max HP, not even with all of them being used. So yeah, I mean, with Yana out of the way, she is quite useful for utility, nades, gunfights, just to throw her out instead of a hard breacher maybe. So we're gonna have to see what XRAVEL can pull out. I mean, they're looking at a quite uncomfortable situation here.
Yeah, 100%. Round is quite well for XRAVEL. I mean, they have brought the frost this time, which they didn't do last time, trying to stop the rappel in to the windows of the rush from last time. But XRAVEL just looking to play more passive. Not throwing all guns blazing as they have the last 2 rounds. I think it could work out for them, considering that Old and Gold seem to see what they're doing, but a beautiful shot from the Wamai, closing out the Finka and removing all the health gain, which is Afia was so desperately looking for. So now XRAVEL are going to start scrambling, trying to see what they can do in a 5v3 situation. They've got to try and clear this top floor, but it's unlikely that they're going to be able to do it without some form of resistance. See, we're lurking in the basement. Not too much of a concern from the side of XRAVEL, considering they're not pushing the basement. See where they're gonna see what they can get their attack going.
Oh, yeah, I mean, the man advantage isn't there. I keep on mentioning it, but it's a really important thing, because if they just go off of refrags, it's an easy one right now for an old and gold, at least for this round. And also, I'm liking the common pick of good old Frost, but XRAVEL hasn't taken too much ground. I mean, they're still at step or square 1, square 2 maybe even, because they've gotten somewhere, but it's not to the point where they can actually execute off of anything. The only thing they can do right now is maybe go for a kitchen push or anything like that, but verticality is pretty important on this map. And I mean, really, really important. It's one of the top things you want to, I guess you could say, prioritize, to say the least, because, well, playing against verticality, you have to shoot below you, is a lot harder than above you. So, yeah, as the first kill, or an opening kill for XRAVEL gets dropped, Knight is going to be getting some revenge onto Lumen Neon. Another one from Knight gets taken out by Roar and instant refrag, and MOG with the finishing blow. It's going to be another round going to Old Gold. It's going to be a 2-1 score, and it's a lot closer and a lot more evened out, I would say, than previously. I mean, maybe XRAVEL just needed a warm up. Maybe they hit Oregon. I don't blame them. Or, all that type of stuff. But they're doing well. There's improvement.
They are definitely improving on map one. But you know what? We're not going to complain about that because map one was a little bit boring. But this is seeming to be a good map. A lot of gunfights being taken. That run was a little bit slower from the side of XRAVEL. It's going to happen. You can't always be 100% guns blazing all day, every day. So last one was a little bit slow, but I want to see if they'll go for the aggressive style again or if they'll go for the passive style. I think the aggressive style works better for them. But I think maybe Old and Gold are going to start expecting it a bit more now. Each time they're bringing it, I think Old and Gold are getting a little bit more prepared for it. I don't think it'll work many more times, but they don't keep loving this passive style. So I think we're going to start seeing a little bit of struggle coming out from the side of XRAVEL now.
Yeah. I mean, they're struggling. They're of course struggling, but they're still, in my opinion, I mean, they're still improving. They're still doing a lot better than earlier. I mean, their strats are also quite interesting. I have never seen that shield in Closet. I have never seen it personally, unless maybe I just forgot about it. But still, it's quite uncommon. And this aggressive playstyle definitely fits them. Although it didn't... on Oregon as well, it fitted them. I mean, when they were aggressive, they were doing a lot better, getting closer matches. So maybe they feel a bit more comfortable to defense. I want to, if we can get an interview, if we will get an interview with them at the end of the game, I do want to ask them about it. It's an interesting topic. I mean, the team's improvement is always nice to see because I want to cast this exact match at the end of towards the end of the season, towards the end of the playoffs, because maybe there's going to be a lot more improvement from XRAVEL than Old Gold, so yeah, it's going to be a bit more of an evened out match, but whatever, let's actually talk on about a very common operator we've been seeing, at least in these few rounds on Chalet, and it's going to be Ying. Ying is extremely strong. She's kept she's that trump card. She's like a smoke. You want to keep her to the end. You got to protect her like a president to get to that gold at the end of the day. But she isn't used much in competitive. Why do you think that, John?
I don't know. I mean, partly because it's quite a toxic pick. I don't think that's the main reason people don't use her, but I think a lot of people see that as a toxic. Those 4 Candelas can be quite annoying to deal with, but I think partly as well, I mean, she does bring the smoke grenades, but I think the Candelas aren't so much a waste of a pick, but you could bring something more useful, something to find a little bit more utility. That's just a bit like a glorified flash, I guess, if some people might see it that way. Actually, a good pick coming out from the side of the arena, I guess, of the Stizzy again. Him and that DMR from that angle is just disgusting. Completely unfair. See, won the last round. Also won the first round, but I would have gone off that angle. We can see a sledge swinging in, getting rid of the. Was it a bullet brick or was it a? What's it called? Maestro.
I believe it was the Maestro cam.
I think it must have. I think I saw him place it down in the trap phase, but gonna wait for me to get rid of it. Not a bad thing. So I'm gonna start pushing up a little bit. Just trying to see what he can do. From his little cut off. Maybe gonna try and give cover for a plant they think is gonna come in. So Smoke has got 1 smoke canister still in pocket, and he can use that to deny this plant that's gonna come in. His smoke's going in. We can see the Candelas and Ying's coming in. We do. Smoke grenades go out. No, the smoke grenades do not go out. The Ying Candelas go in. The sledge goes in and finds 1. Bomb's gonna start going down. Smoke is dead. There's no form of denial on the plant now. There's vertical, and we're gonna have Stizzy with the DMR. He's gonna be able to deny the plant. There's a Ying coming in from the back of sight. And we're going to see it go XRAVEL's way for the 2nd time this map. XRAVEL have executed very well there, winning them the round and taking round 4, evening up the scoreline to a 2-2. XRAVEL have really performed much better on this 2nd map compared to the first one. This aggressive style works a lot better in their favour, and I think that Ying did help them a lot in that round.
Yeah, the aggression was there. Even when we were expecting good old Sledge right there, he went all out, and it worked out. I mean, the aggression, they don't expect it. Old and Gold did not expect when it's going to arrive, how it's going to arrive. They just have to predict or counterplay off of it. So with those 2 options, I mean, they don't have much on their hand, and even then, Chalet is attack-sided. So XRAVEL preferably should win these 2 next rounds, at least if they want to give themselves a good head start. Just at least, you know, they want to secure some more of a chance to actually, you know, win the defensive rounds. Because, I mean, this is not Oregon, but I'll still compare it a bit. On Oregon, they did not have such an enjoyable time playing defense. So, you know, when I get that ups, because if Olden Gold gets a 4-2 right now and then gets on attack, who knows what could happen. A lot of things could go down, but it's tiding towards one side, that's for sure. But still, yeah, we're going back into Dining Kitchen. Still, this map, I feel like it depends a lot on verticality. You know, Dining and Bar, both are very just vertical placement type, I guess you could say, sites. They're just really placed on it. I mean, if the attackers take verticality, you're pretty much doomed till that point. You have to play off of vertical holes, which is kind of awkward if you ask me. So, in that sense, I mean, it's just preferable to defend it, so extending is always a nice option to have. I mean, it's just the default strat. It's stupid not to do it, and yeah, it can't. Although, still, the aggression plays off from XRAVEL right now is actually handling to them very good, and if they keep it up, you know, we may be actually seeing Olden Gold's first loss of the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, going back to your comparison to Oregon, Olden Gold are very good on the attack. I think they only lost one of their attacking rounds, which is quite impressive considering it's Oregon, which is normally seen as quite a defender-sided map. So if XRAVEL go into the defensive side, really, you know, losing. If they get to a draw, then I'd say that's quite a good win for them. But if they go into losing, I'd say it's not looking good for XRAVEL. I think they're going to want to be going into it 3-3 at least. Because Olden Gold really seemed to know what they were doing, working well together in their attacks, and they really seem to know how to play together on their attacks, which a lot of teams struggle, especially in Tier 4. So, if XRAVEL go into it maybe 4-2 down, I'd say maybe it's an old and gold map again, because they just know what they're doing on the attacks. As XRAVEL are going to start going for the similar thing, and we're going to see the first one fall. It's going to be the Ying, who did do well last round when she went in from the back of sight. We got in a nice 1, maybe 2 kills, which Olden guys were not ready for, which is going to start slowing down the XRAVEL attack now, because Ying is going to be their sort of distraction they had with those Candelas, blinding the enemies and allowing Sledge to walk in and pick up a beautiful kill on the Jaeger last round. So we're going to see how XRAVEL are going to come around that. See, they've still got the vertical play of the Jaeger. Going to be able to swing out and maybe get one onto the Zofia. And we're going to see a great kill coming out from the castle onto the Thermite, the hard breacher, and the designated planter. So Smoke still going to have 2 smoke grenades with 37 seconds left on the clock. So if smoke grenades can stall quite a bit of that time, he's probably going to hold them. So they go for the plant, going to swing out, does not find anything, just takes a little bit of damage onto the side of the Sledge. We're going to see a beautiful little hill come in, and we're going to see pushing in. It's now a 4v2. Gold's going to start going down. Cover is not going to be given. And we see the Thinker falls down to Stizzy. And we're going to see it goes on the side of Olden Gold here in round 5.
Yeah, the fact that Olden Gold actually hasn't evened outscored, at least a granted evened out score before the role switch. I mean, it's going to be 3-3 or at least 4-2. They can't go into a minus. They can't go 2-4 against XRAVEL. So right now they've secured themselves quite well, especially for, you know, not being on the favorite side. Because attacking here, in most people's opinions, is a lot better. It's just a lot more, you have a lot more availability, and well, you have less risk, while though taking stuff will give you a lot more advantages, I guess you could say. Although that is sure, well, that's a thing with multiple sites. It's not just Chalet on its own, but here it's kind of shown. That's what just attacker-sided maps are, pretty much. They just show that fully on the attacker side. But yeah, without that in mind, I mean, I'm already seeing 3 characters we've seen in the early games, and, well, XRAVEL are going for it again, and a Maru, a Gridlock, and a Ying, but it seems like Knight won't be allowing it to be done so easily, as a Frost Mat will be placed, maybe even underneath the feet of this Amaru player, so if it does come to that, it's going to be quite unfortunate. I mean, we even see a Lion, which hasn't been used at all, I do believe, not once this entire time in any of these 2 maps, and back to the aggression. I mean, it fits them. It's going well for them, so why not continue it? And, well, we're going to have to see how well they do. And let's hope Breza right now does not get snip-snapped and her legs broken by a bear trap. I don't know how this works. Siege is not a realistic game, but it's fun.
We're gonna see. Are they gonna go through it, or are they aware that there is a frost mount? He's gonna switch off from the window. Maybe they're aware of a frost mount, or maybe they just don't think it's the right time to go for that sort of rush. There's smoke coming out from somewhere. Maybe he's trying to make the player fall off or something. I did not catch that. We're gonna see Hoffman, and we're in. She's in library, uncontested, and she's walked through all the way through library. We're gonna see a 5v4. We're gonna see a 3v4 from the side of XRAVEL, getting in and trying a beautiful little 2-kill to even out and get the refrag onto the first pick onto the Lion. That is all your Lion's gone. But you know what? I say it's worth it because they got 2 picks off it, and that's the Jaeger and the Wamaigon. Jaeger obviously having a great gun, and Wamai's discs regenerate over time, and we're going to see a flank coming out. Oh, it's not Stizzy with the DMR. It might be MLG. See if we follow Stizzy's luck. Oh, how's he got the DMR? Has got the Ronin with a very small mag count. He's going to waste all the bullets. Now they know he's there. Maybe just going to try and waste a little bit of time. But it's a 4v3. You don't have the time to waste the time. And it falls down to a 4v2. As you see now, XRAVEL are going to start looking onto the site. And they're going to make it a 4v1. Are we going to see a 3-all split? Or are we going to see the 1v4 clutch from the smoke? With 0 smoke canisters in the pocket. The bomb starts to go down. It's not going to work. Taking the gunfight is going to fall to the Amaru. Another great round from XRAVEL using that Amaru perfectly. Winning the round. Just able to hop into library completely uncontested. See, I think that's a mistake coming out of the side of Old and Gold, which we don't see a lot of, considering they should be able to hop straight into library uncontested and take the map control for free.
It's looking better than the previous ones. Let's be completely honest. I'm so happy that XRAVEL is actually pulling their weight a lot better than they did last time. A 3-3 score. Well, from what I remember, it was a 5-1 when we were on Oregon, so there's an improvement. There's a lot better just scores in general, and they seem to be holding their weight a lot stronger, so let's hope they can do that on defense. I mean, it's going to get a lot tougher. Not only is Old and Gold seemingly a lot more comfortable on attack, but this is also an attacker-sided map, so there's already 2 preferences going to their side, and not only are they not at a disadvantage of a score, but they're also just looking at a very comfortable situation. There's also good sites. Well, the sites can be as good as they want. Old and Gold isn't going to get stopped in their railways that easily. The strats are still coming in. I'm still yet again surprised no Frost is in. But actually, we're seeing a lot of new operators. I believe it's going to be Nomad instead of a Gridlock, which I'm going to ask you this straight up, John. What is better, Gridlock or Nomad?
I think it's quite dependent. I personally say Nomad the majority of the time. I think Nomad is a little bit better. That little air jab is a lot harder to shoot out than the rest of the little Gridlock tracks. But I think the Gridlock tracks, I don't know if they cover more area, but they make a lot more sound noise. And I think that you can use them as a flank watch more times than a Nomad. If you think about it, you shoot out one Gridlock, you've got to run away because they know you're there. But the rest of the Gridlocks are still standing. Then when you go back the next time, you've got to shoot them out again, and that's another sound call for the attackers. You come around again. Now, I mean, a good player maybe shoot out all of them at once, maybe throws an impact grenade, but the majority of the time, you don't have the time for that. The attackers may round the corner, you've got to shoot one quickly and get away. And that gives away more sound intel than Nomad can do. Sorry, it gives you the sound intel multiple times, whereas Nomad gives you it once. And there's a little bit of an argument for both. I still say Nomad personally, because I think that edge is a little bit harder to get rid of course. I think it could go either way. I think it's team preference. I think it's in terms of guns and which comes to Nomad and Gridlock. Because he had a great shot, which we didn't watch, but it comes from the Deagles. Maybe the down. We didn't get to see that one, but I think it was from below. And that is the Habana. That is the hard breach. So this is quite interesting from the side of XRAVEL. We're going to see the first round go XRAVEL way. So that's the hard breach gone. We're going to see the refrag coming out a little bit later than wanted. But you know what? I think they'll take it, considering that they've got their hard breach. But we'll see how it goes. See whether they're able to come back without the hard breach and take the map if necessary.
Yeah, I mean, another kill getting dropped by Lumen Neon on tonight is going to be a 3v4 situation. It's not looking too bad for XRAVEL. I mean, they're at so many disadvantages that they're strongly holding their ground. I mean, they're doing it better than they could ever, at least from what we've seen. I mean, Old Gold, they can try to put up a fight, but it's going to be Lumen Neon with another kill onto MLG. It's a 2v4 situation, and holy smokes, is Lumen Neon on something today. He is the hot hand of this team, at least this round. Look at him, 10 and 4, and he gets, well, he doesn't get the finishing clutch, but the SMG-11 sure will be. It's going to be the smoke with the final touch. It's going to be Roy, the man, the myth, the legend, finishing off round number 7 as XRAVEL gets the 4th round, making it a 3-4 score. Wow. I mean, they're doing extremely good for how many disadvantages we pointed out, how they put that aggression and how much they don't care is just absolutely great. And I don't mean don't care as in a bad way. I mean as in, just to clear it out, don't care as in don't care how many disadvantages there are. Absolute beast, you could call them. But yeah, still, just absolutely dominating. And for, I mean, at what they are, I'm still rooting for the underdogs. I always do, and I always will.
I mean, call them underdogs at this point. They seem to be putting on just as good a show as Old and Golder. So I said on this map, I think it's pretty even. Taking it as a 3-all half, so maybe they're not the underdogs on this map. Maybe it was just Oregon. I think maybe Oregon wasn't their pick. They had played it a few times, but you know, maybe you play it wasn't their choice. Maybe. But I think they seem to be performing well on Chalet. I think they prepared Chalet a lot more than Oregon, and they know what they're doing here. They know what they're doing, and this is going to be a lot better. This is looking like a lot better map for them. The shield, they don't have as much of a cool strategy, an unseen strategy, as you could say. Hold with that shield. They're going for the more default sort of play. Just notice we haven't seen. Have we seen anything other than middle floor? Did someone go to the top floor last in the first? I don't think they did.
I don't think so, no.
I think we've only seen dining bar again.
Correct. I think you are actually right there. I mean, it's been an even out of scores. It's been 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 3-3, 3-4. It just fits kind of, doesn't it?
But I don't think I've actually seen anything other than those two. Maybe they just don't like them, or maybe they're not good. I think personally I like the basement. I think the top was a good side. We're going to see a beautiful cover and a good kill from the Sophia. Did she get the first one as well, or did she just get that one there? Because we see 2 falling down. Even up the scoreline, making it a 4v3 in the round. And we're going to see as they attack the top floor. XRAVEL with disadvantage on the defense. It's not the worst. Oh, that was close. Lucy almost getting the pick onto the repelling Zafia. Just playing a little bit more passive. Oh, that was a little bit of a blunder from the Malusi. Tries to open up a little impact hole. Ends up going really barricade. Good shot from Emil G, taking it down to a 4v2. That's the Old and Gold doing what Old and Gold usually do, or did do on last map. Taking it to a 4v2, giving them the advantage. We're going to see XRAVEL bring it back, or we're going to see this one go Old and Gold's way. As they begin the vertical pressure, we've got the Nomad holding, making sure nobody goes up the solarium stairs. Let's see the Wamai and the Smoke pushing together. Maybe we're going to go contest the upstairs together. Maybe we're going to play each other's refrag. See, they're sneaking up together. Like 2 together. They're going to try and sneak their way. As you see, 1 coming out from the side of Smoke, but Bomb is going to be going down on the site. We're going to see Stizzy unseen. Oh, where are they planting? Is they going to deny the plant from upstairs? See, Smoke's going to be looking down the hatch, but can they see the Bomb from upstairs? I don't think they've got the holes to be able to see the Smoke. Sorry, not the Smoke, the Maverick. Bomb being planted, and Bomb does go down in a 3v2 situation. They're going to be holding upstairs, looking through the vertical holes, trying to see if they can get a nice pick to even out the score lines. They're going to be playing the passive. Now we're going to see the gun ball downstairs. And we're going to see good shots coming out of, I think that's the Maverick. Sitting on the bomb, we're going to see the Nomad. Playing in trophy's going to get 1 down. Practically a 1v3 at this point. They're going to swing around again, and Smoke gets 1 for his troubles. But he is on very low health. And is not going to be able to win this, surely. Did that make you juggle?
It's in British troubles.
His troubles are 1v2. He's going to make it a 1v1.
Oh.
He went to swinging up. He's maybe to get all the kills. He is not.
Ah.
These troubles just keep getting worse.
Now that did get me chuckling a bit. I haven't heard that one ever actually, but
You haven't heard
yeah,
that ever.
I have not heard for his troubles in
For
a,
his
in a
troubles?
cast. In
Oh,
a
in a
cast.
cast. Okay. I haven't heard it in a cast, but I
Yeah,
thought, you know what, it made sense. We might as well
it
use
did.
it. Bit
You-
interesting.
It is. Always love to see new things. But yeah, I mean, okay, you gotta give the props to the smoke. He did put a good up fight. He did put it up. But even if he killed the Maverick, it was already below 6 seconds. It was 5 seconds and a half or something like that. And yeah, it was too late. The time wastage on the attacking side was absolutely dominant, and Golden Gold, they're going to be evening up at the score. So right now it seems like these teams are just switching. They're just switching between wins. I mean, they're passing the card one after another, playing duck, duck, goose, whatever you want to really call it. And yeah, not doing bad at all. And yet again, we're not going upstairs. I mean, okay, I understand why not going downstairs is a good idea. Downstairs is a horrible sight. Everyone has agreed to that from my experience, but I mean, upstairs is still not bad. Although I feel like dining in kitchen is just better, so you know, why not take it? Why not improve, maybe adapt, and get it over with so you can switch to maybe dining, bar, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I mean, the loadouts haven't been changing much either. You know, we've been seeing a lot of smoke, we've been seeing a lot of that, but we haven't been seeing attackers using that repick to their fullest advantage. Well, we have been seeing them use it, well, from the XRAVEL side when they needed to rush with an Amaru and a Yank, but as an additivity and actual strategic ways, I don't think I've had an encounter with it.
Yeah, I don't think we have seen it, especially on this game. They haven't used it for their rush, but I don't know, that was just side dependent, I guess. I mean, they've been using it for their rush, but we haven't seen it go from old and gold. Old and gold have been we're using these operators and we're not going to change. This is what we're running. Which is fine. It means you get used to what you're doing. No use to change if it's working. Which obviously it is because they're undefeated currently. XRAVEL are going to be looking to change that, and they are going about it the right way. Currently a 4-4, so it's not bad from the side of XRAVEL if they're trying to stop the undefeated win streak. Gecko says no. We're going to stay undefeated. He picks up nice one onto the Jaeger, who's going to be playing, I think, on the top floor. See this nice little angle coming up from the MLG. Sorry. Zafia playing the same repel as he did last time. That hole's going to be coming from below. I don't think he was ready for that one. Beautiful little two-piece coming, making it a 4v3 again as we saw last round. A 4v3 from the side of Old and Gold. 3v3 leveled it out from Honk on the Malusi. Playing inside the little area where they had the shield last time on the side of Old and Gold defense with the little shield. The little strategy that we saw. Oh, we're going to see the gunfight coming out. They have seen this. Oh. So we have a nice pick coming from the Nomad. We are going to see the gunfight. Going to drop off and just return back to site. Are we going to see the flank coming in as we saw last round? We're going to see the angle being held from the smoke onto the rappel. Trying to get this pick onto the... Oh, who is on the rappel? Is it the Thinker? Thinker, must be the Thinker, right? I think the rest of them are... Oh, no,
It was the Nomad.
It was the Nomad, that's cheeky. Just seeing if the smoke could have got the pick. Thinker's going to be playing above. They haven't got any sort of soft reach to open up any holes like they did last time. I wonder if that's going to cause them any issues. One goes down and the second one falls, making it practically a 1v2 here for MLG. Stranger things have happened in this game. So maybe he'll be able to win this one out. We have seen 1v2s. Oh my god, Smoke Grenade is going to be putting again that he's going to die to, I think it was the DMR of the MLG?
I believe so.
I think it was MLG.
Not quite sure myself, but actually no, emoji is on the attacking side.
Oh, not MLG. Who did I mess that up with? Who did I mess that up with? I can't
Maybe
remember.
Roy?
It was a good kill regardless.
It was one to be respected with, and well, us casters aren't perfect. Okay, give us a break.
I wasn't even meant to be casting. I got told about 20 minutes before the game. Can you cast? I was like, yeah, sure, yeah. So just cut me a break, alright?
I'm happy I don't solo cast, because solo casting in summer in a suit, I feel like I'm melting. I already am melting, but it's, you know, it's better to have someone to back up.
I had my little desktop fan, and I couldn't tell if the stream could hear it, so I've turned it off. But I'm gonna turn it back on now, so if you can hear it, then it's just my little desk fan. Because currently it is very hot where I am, and I need to cool down. So
Yeah.
I'm used to having my little desktop fan on.
I mean, I don't know how animals with fur even live through this.
Yeah. I mean, they must have their ways.
They must have their ways, yes.
Are we seeing a top floor side?
Is this one of them rare legendary Pokemon finds?
It's top floor.
Oh my goodness, it is!
Top floor, we're seeing it for the first time.
Woo!
Oh, something other than the middle floor. But now we get to see whether there's a reason why nobody's using the top floor.
Hmm.
Will XRAVEL lose, and we've proven the reason why nobody goes to the top floor, or will XRAVEL win, and they regret the decision not to go to the top floor?
Well,
Let's see.
we're about to find out.
It's like a sort of cast this curse. We said we want them to go there, and they lose.
You know what would be a really, not a weird, an annoying thing to do?
What's that?
Rain just right now puts like a screen to be continued, just stops the stream, and just tomorrow redoes it. I think people would so hate that.
I think everyone watching wanting to see their team win would not be happy.
I mean, we would be fine because we would be forced to watch it to the end, but just everyone watching just a to be continued.
We don't know. We continue to cast to absolutely no one.
Yeah,
We just started casting.
Rain wouldn't even tell us he stopped the stream. It would just be us casting to, God forbid, air.
We go to each
Oh.
other.
Oh God! Oh my God! Stizzy, the Wamai, ironically the guy who's supposed to counter the grenades, gets taken out by one himself. Valkyrie taking some damage herself. I mean, Old Gold taken out. Players faster than ever. Gecko gets taken out himself. The Uzi with the 50 cal in hand. That's going to be good old Thorn getting into play. A bit of a refrag. And I do believe it was Gecko's grenade. Or was it MOG? I'm not quite sure whose actually was Stizzy's grenade. My mistake. Stizzy's grenade, who did actually take out the line. So not a full refrag, but you know what? It's better than nothing to say the least. The Valkyrie playing down from below, and well, I haven't been seeing a lot of these Valkyrie camera spots, so I do kind of wonder where they are. I mean, the Valkyrie spots they can right now be looking through all the attacker strategies, and they wouldn't even know it. So yeah. It's down to the last 35 seconds, and while the Finka isn't there, they still have their Maverick, their hard reach, their man in the right hands, and of course, they're gonna have to start pushing as the Maverick starts taking some damage, actually almost getting taken out himself. Will he be able to get that reach down before he gets taken out? That will be Leo joining 6 feet under. Knight getting a bit of a refrag onto the side, and so will a C4 be dropped. Another kill from the Jaeger onto Knight. It's a 4v, actually a 3v1 situation, as good old Honk will be finishing it up with a nasty shot onto the main breach. The Maverick was close. You know, he was close, but not close enough. And that's going to be round number 10 going to the side of XRAVEL. And, well, Old Gold, they need to win 2 rounds in a row just not to prevent that streak of not losing a single game. And, well, will we see it? Will we see Old Gold's first match that they will lose? And it will be XRAVEL on 3rd place.
I mean, if I was Olden Gold right now, I'd be taking my tactical timeout. Just trying to.
They haven't done it once.
No, I mean, we saw one on the first map coming out from the side of XRAVEL. We didn't see one from Olden Gold, and we haven't seen one again. So maybe we'll see one coming up. Maybe if they win this round, we'll see it when it goes to 5-6. But if that was me, I would have taken it just then. You go into match point.
Pretty much. Yeah, tactical timeout right now would be quite necessary. I mean, they could end the streak of XRAVELs. They could just, you know, end whatever you want to call it. Yeah, this flow they have, the rhythmish, whatever you want to call it. Hello, John.
Oh, I'm lagging out. My
My stream
Yes.
completely cut. Right, I'm back. I don't know if the stream can hear me, but
Well, you ended off at just talking. We kind of chatted on about what's it called? Tactical timeout. How well XRAVEL took one and Old Gold did not.
yeah. Like I was saying, I think I would have taken mine then. I don't know if stream can hear me. I think I've left the ninja. Let's turn back quickly. I don't know if ah, perfect. Alright, okay. Thanks, Ryan. The voice of God has just spoken to me that I am being heard on stream, which is what you love to hear.
Hmm.
Or maybe you don't. I don't know. It's up to you. But so I would have taken my tactical time out there. Slowed down the XRAVEL train that's being formed now. It's in full force as we come into match point from Bar Gaming, the site that we have seen a lot. In fact, we only haven't seen it or Kitchen Dining once when we saw last round. This is going to be interesting. Match point, XRAVEL here to try and stop the undefeated streak, and they are going about it just perfect with having a match point. See, damage being taken onto the Valkyrie. So, Olden Gold just taking it slow. They're going for a sort of different attack than what we saw last time from them, and they're going to be rushing up the main stairs, I'm pretty sure. Following in XRAVEL's footsteps with the rush, they're going to be opening the holes. If that smoke just got onto Cams, he is unaware. How's they not going to kill?
Oh my God, no!
We're going to see the round of find one. How is Smoke not gone there, and how has Sophia managed to lose that? All was perfect from the side of Olden Gold until it wasn't. Jaeger taking a contest with the Thatcher, who takes sorry, is it not Thatcher? From the Maverick, who takes more health loss. He's going to be very low. We're going to see a second one joining the Maverick. It's going to be the Thinker. Going to come and see. We can see MLG getting a good kill onto the Jaeger, who was causing all those problems on the main stairs. Leveling up to a 4-4. Got Olden Gold, you have the health advantage. It's not looking great, but you know what? It's winnable still. And that's all that Olden Gold need.
Holy, I mean, that smoke not getting taken out had to be a hard pill to swallow, as Jaeger even got a pistol stylish kill onto Leo. Although there was a bit of a refrag, it was a light one of that, but still a refrag nonetheless. And it's a 4v4 with 40 seconds, and Old Gold, they start to have taking action. They have to start getting into the match. Smokes are going out. Shotgun is close, and if they jump in, I mean, it's over. That shotgun does not have mercy, and well, unless it somehow misses all the pellets, you're going to be gone for quite a while for the whole entire match. Smoke gets taken out by Nate. It's a 4v3 situation. MLG taking some damage himself, but verticality is still there. I mean, they can still play vertical. The plant is going down all the way from Stizzy. A nasty shot from MLG. He gets onto Hong. Gecko joining him on the side as Brezza gets taken out, and that will be Knight with a finishing blow over to the mirror, trying to play off of verticality. And well, it wasn't the best start. We don't speak about the smoke incident, but for sure, they did turn it into a W. Now they have to win this round, or, well, they're fighting for quite a lot right now. They're fighting not only for just pure respect, pure rep, pure, you could say, accountability for just being absolutely monstrosities, I guess you could say, without being mean. I don't know how mean that sounded, but yeah, pretty much just being absolute beast, steamrolling through the league just without zero losses, or, well, they can take their first one, and XRAVEL can actually be looking at not too bad of a situation. I mean, XRAVEL is third place right now, so, you know, not too bad. It's quite a close matchup. Although Oregon wouldn't say so, Chalet is most definitely showing some signs of that.
Yeah, 100% being quite close. So they don't take the tactical time out. I would say it's quite surprising considering they still have it. Well, they did just win the last round, so maybe it would stop their momentum, but I would still be taking it. Talk it through, calm each other down. They do have an undefeated streak to hold on to. Get that. Yes, they're going to be on the attack. Again, sticking with the same lineup as usual. Again, nothing to change. If it's working, why change it? Saying if it's not broke, don't fix it. So, they're going to bring in the same default. We're going to see XRAVEL going. The kitchen dining site. This has been quite probably the best site we've seen out of all of them. Bar gaming's been good, but you do lose it a little bit more than you do. Or at least in this game. They've been losing Bar gaming more than they've been losing kitchen dining. So it makes sense to go here. They're doing they do need to win this one. Olden Gold is going to be taking their time. They need to win this round in order to take it to overtime and give them the chance to hold on to that undefeated streak. Now, they've been to overtime here before, I believe. If I was right when I was looking before the game. And they still won. So it's all not lost for Olden Gold. They have been in this predicament before, and they have still won the game. So I see if XRAVEL are able to learn from other teams' mistakes and power on through and win the map still.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a minute down, not much action is happening. We can't really commentate on it, but we can say, well, not really predictions, but more like what we think could happen. Right now, I'm fairly assuming, well, it's an operator we still haven't seen yet be used. Not once. It's going to be by Lumineon, it's going to be a Capcan, which is, well, underestimated at times. You're kind of like a Frost. Well, when you walk into that trap, you can be careful as much as you want, but when it happens, when it triggers, well, you know it's there, but it's already too late. I mean, he also has a C4 and quite a great gun in his disposal as Breza getting taken out by MOG. But it seems like Old Gold will be taking back some sort of revenge. I mean, MOG is just going on a streak. It's always these Yana players, man. They're absolutely cracked as Hexen gets a bit of a refrag onto Knight. A Nomad, a very important operator at hand. I mean, the flanks could be extremely delicate to watch over. And of course, okay, upstairs is getting taken over, but there's still potential. I mean, Han could right now go for a flank and no one would even realize that a drone maybe could help out, but that wouldn't be enough. And yeah, verticality is there, but there's still smokes, there's still utility, they still have stuff on the line to waste, and smokes are starting to go out as Trophy and upstairs is under the control of Old Gold.
Yeah, I mean, I think this Capcan pick could be a real big play from the side of XRAVEL. I've seen a lot of Olden Gold. They like to do the last sort of 30-second execute. Now, it just takes one missed drone and one not called, one missed Capcan trap, and that could ruin their whole game. I mean, in the heat of the moment, last 30 seconds, you're not thinking Capcan trap. You're thinking, where's the enemy with the gun?
Oh,
I mean,
no.
Is that thing going to detonate and kill the thing that it does not? Stizzy gets away with her life. But Hexen does not. As Stizzy takes it away, we're going to see a 2v2 coming out. We're going to see the defenders XRAVEL wrap it up. And
Whoa!
the undefeated streak with the Capcan hiding in the corner. What an end to the game. And what an end to Olden Gold's undefeated streak in EOL Minor.
Ooh. Well, I mean, to be honest, I was kind of looking maybe forward to that overtime. It was quite interesting. I mean, they did seem like good old Gold had it in hand. I mean, they were at a man advantage. They had everything down. I mean, even the setup, the Finka actually got out alive from that nade and the alibi knockdown. But it all just flipped. The turns have tabled in a matter of seconds, and it all went down in an instant. But, of course, we're going to be contacting the team currently about the interviews, and up until then, John, do you agree with a good old 5-minute break?
I would love a good 5-minute break.
All right, then. We shall see you then.
That was a
Bye-bye.
You and I, we got it right. We ran the line, won the fight. Tables turn now,
like this. Feel like you shook up, she virgin, I took it. She said we should hook up with boyfriend and booger. Don't know me, then look up, I'm being the clouds. Pool full of Henny, I drink and I drown. Daytime better come correct. Ain't playing at your best, then you will get left. If it don't involve money, then I don't accept. If it don't involve money, then I don't accept. Something like this. Daytime better come correct. Ain't playing at your best, then you will get left. If it don't involve money, then I don't accept. If it don't involve money, then I don't accept.
You are still in my mind. The truth is so hard to find. With all the things that's going on, I lost track. I felt so strong. I got you on my mind, but something's been done wrong. Sometimes I've been thinking of what to make of me and my memories. Sometimes I've been thinking of, dreaming of what it could have been besides memories. 'Cause I still need you.
Hello, welcome back. I really do hope you stay tuned as well. We're going to be going into one of the more interesting parts of the stream. We're going to be interviewing these two teams to, express their opinions, just see what they're all about in the background, all that type of stuff. So, firstly, we're going to be getting both of the team players. It's going to be Breza from XR of. I'm stupid. Thank you. XRAVEL. I really do apologize. But XRAVEL Breza and, of course, Old Gold, Gecko, the man, the Jaeger from, of course, the Streaks. And, well, hello, firstly, well played from both teams. There wasn't a 2-0 score. It was a nice 1-1. You both did great. So, just say hi to chat, I guess.
Yeah, hello. Hello.
I don't know about you, but on my team, but I would have preferred a 2-0 for us. But
Well,
I mean, I would
fair
have
enough.
preferred not to lose 0-2, but yeah.
Okay, I guess we're gonna have to disagree on that one.
Yeah, agree
Well,
to disagree.
I feel like, yeah, I think everyone wants a 2-0 score at the end of the day, but let's get to questions, shall we? For first thing, well, I'm gonna just specifically go by both of you. Gecko, how long has your team, the current roster we start today, how long have you guys been for together?
Well, maybe since the start of August, or like I don't know when did this league start? Not really sure, but not for a long time. I basically just took nice teammates that I had since like 3 years of playing and just like, yo, you want to make a boomer team? And we were like, sure. And so we joined this league, and well, I mean, I didn't expect us to be this good, but that's the lore of the team. Anyway.
That's the lore.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what about you, Reza? What would you say?
The current roster that played today.
Correct.
It's been together for about 2 hours, I'd say, like 2-3 hours.
2 hours.
Nice.
Yeah, we had a sub on with us that played with us for the first time. So we're currently looking for a player. So yeah, but the core four has been together for about, I don't know, like a month, 2 months maybe. Something like that.
All right, not too bad. I mean, we have Gecko with good old friends. I would say your friends. I'm assuming the good old team, and
Yes.
yeah, and a nice team for 2 months. So very interesting. Very interesting. What about you, John?
From me, obviously everyone wants to win the league, but are we here to win the league? I presume, of course. But future of the league, how does that feel? Because obviously Old and Gold had undefeated streak, and obviously that's been stopped now. So
Mm.
I'll be looking.
Yeah, I mean,
How does that feel first off to lose your undefeated streak?
I
bet it
mean,
feels really nice.
Oh God.
okay, no, but I mean these matches. Okay, basically, we joined a league because we were too lazy to find scrims, right? So like we have a league now that we don't have to look for scrims. Like these are basically just us playing. So I mean, I I don't think anyone expected us to like go undefeated at all in the first place.
I respect
But
that. I
but
respect
so
that.
yeah, like losing was bound to happen. I'm actually surprised we didn't lose earlier because we've done some like pretty last minute roster changes. Like a guy was supposed to play, and then like I think 12 minutes before was like, yeah, I'm not feeling it, and we're like, okay, we got some rando in, and
Yeah.
we still won that.
Fair enough.
But
yeah,
I
fair
mean, we
enough.
lost to like I would say a pretty worthy adversary. We got beat on Chalet. Like yeah, so that's it. We got beat.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, and then from you, XRAVEL, I mean, the future of the league. I guess you want to win. I mean, is that where your hopes are set, or are you,
I mean,
not expecting to win, or?
seeing as we were only one round away from actually making it into the major league, yeah, we were kind of hoping to go through here. Like, it's not the end of the world. It's just we got to make that top four and then have the playoffs at the end of the day. Anyway, so we're trying to practice a lot, even though it's a bit hard right now as we're looking for our last player. So
Yeah, that can be rough.
trying to-
I wish you good luck on that one.
yeah, thanks, man.
Papa Bulk, do you have any questions? Any of us?
Well, of course, Gecko. I'm doubting EOL right now is your only current objective. What do you guys have set in mind? Do you have like a goal, maybe even going into the championship, like anything like that?
I mean, the most like I don't know the easiest goal to reach I think is 100 round diff. That's our objective for this league.
Mhm.
And then that most likely entails coming first, and then also making playoffs. But like we don't even have a massive goal. Like, we just want to play Siege, have some fun as like a hobby. So I mean,
Alright.
going as far as possible and then not tilting while losing is basically the strat.
Respectable. What about you, Bryza? What do you guys have any other leagues? Anything like big in mind?
Uh, well, yes, we were kind of planning to go on Epic Land. That's going to be in October. Trying to go for the Yukon qualifiers. They're going to be there, and if that doesn't turn out, if that doesn't work out, we're gonna go for the Yukon qualifiers that are in December. We got a couple of lands planned for next year too, so we're trying to kind of work towards that goal at the moment. But this league is just kind of it for now while we wait, kind of more practice, if you get what I mean, kind of get into the groove of it.
Mm-hmm. All right, fair enough.
So I mean, I know you didn't say I have a lot of, like higher goals from you, Gecko, but of course you've got at some point you might become really good and you might have some ideas to go in the future. Do you have any ways that you're going to try and, go further, or is that just not an option at the moment to go to bigger and better leagues, like tier 3, tier 2? Is that
I
an
mean, we
option?
would have to become pretty good because, as I said, like one of the key points is to not tilt, and not tilt, like basically don't lose. Kind of an objective of that, or a requirement. And I think we have to be really, really good to not lose a tier 3 or tier 2 league. If we do become that good, then obviously, like, I guess it's an option, but it's not something we've discussed in the team yet. But I mean, if we start smoking tier 2 teams, like maybe you should go to tier 3, you know?
And from you, Breezer, so did you
Um,
say you wanted to go to bigger and better leagues? So if there's anything
yeah,
you're doing to get there?
I mean, Yukon is kind of on the cards now, and after Yukon, obviously getting into NPL, but like from that, from here on out, we're just kind of focusing on this one league that we have until the time comes. Obviously, finding another player that's gonna suit the team good. And yeah, I mean, I like what you said, like to have a goal that not to lose games and not tilt after that, because I will admit I was pretty fucking tilted with my performance after my game after the first map. So yeah, going into the second map, my hopes were not high for my game on my own, but after that rush on bar, I kind of gained my confidence back a little bit, started peaking a bit more, and then kind of we went from there. So yeah, the goals are kind of just find a player at the moment, finish this league up, go into playoffs, maybe win it, maybe make some money while we're at it, and yeah, try and go for Epic Land in October.
All right. Very great. Always have to have some confidence in yourself. But Well, let's actually talk about what we saw today, lads. Well, in the first round, we won't say it was the best, but there was a bit of a switch up from both teams going on to second. So, Gecko, what switched up? What happened that the score just went down towards a bit more Chalet?
You mean on yeah, Chalet, second map? I
Yes.
mean, okay, so we've made new strats, right? For the
Mm-hmm.
since invites shown us a bit more stuff, from different regions and stuff. So we've had some influence, and we've mostly like talked about those and not to play those. And then these got kind of the old ones because we got some. I know at least one team that like wants to know what we do. Not really for competitive purposes, but it's funny. So we use our old strats to like kind of hide it. So we're doing a G2, you could say.
Okay.
But I mean, these strats are still something we know. So like we did get beat. I'm not saying that we completely trolled away the game.
Look, I mean, on
Yeah.
Oregon, you guys were pretty dominant, but still, with that in mind, Reza, you didn't do the best on Oregon. But there was okay, Chalet was your pick, that is true, but it couldn't have just been the map pick that got you that. There had to be some change, some adaptivity. Was there anything like that happened?
Well, yeah, sort of. I mean, after the first map, well, before the first map, when we started, we had a pretty good warm up, a scrim before that, so we felt kind of really good coming into the game.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, I guess on Oregon, we just started playing a bit scared. We came in doing stuff that we never actually do. We started throwing rounds, so I don't know. Going into Chalet, we had a talk in the break. We were kind of like bringing ourselves down to earth, like, okay, that happened. Let's just focus on the game coming up. And then we played round after round, and the the rounds just kept coming.
All right. Very nice. Okay. Always love to see it.
We saw a lot of times you using the set. So Gecko, I'm going to come to you first. We saw a lot of
Mhm.
your team from both of you, to be honest. But I'm going to ask you one at a time. First off, a lot of time we saw you using the pistols or going to your secondary guns in the middle of a gunfight. Is there any particular reason why? Do we prefer the pistols, or is it just going for
No, no.
clicks?
I mean,
Or
I went to a pistol at some point in Oregon when we were like, I don't know if it was last round or second last round, but that was like actually just pure troll. Like, I would just want to see if I could get the pistol kill because it would be kind of funny on match point. But like, I hope I hope we didn't go that much to pistols because that's kind of you know trolling. I noticed the opponents did it. I don't know if the Twitch on the first round, the clutch thing, like if she had a pistol out, probably why I won that. To be honest.
He did, yeah, he did,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
he did.
Uh,
He was trying to body block me planting, so
yeah. No.
he ran out of
I
ammo.
really. Yeah. No, but that's. I mean, that round just shows that the pistols are not the best. Like you should not go for the pistols. So that's not the objective of going them. I don't think
Yeah.
anyone prefers a pistol over F2.
I think we both kind of just panicked, so it was like 3 seconds left, so I just kind of stuck the plant down wherever. And
Yeah. I mean, you did your best. New
yeah,
team.
since he killed 2 people before that, and it's just Twitch with 26 bullets. He just kind of ran out of bullets and whipped the pistol out.
Hmm. Very nice. I mean, well, no, just personally from the spectator side, we saw a lot of pistol action. I mean, a lot. There was an alibi. Just I remember that kill just vividly. I believe on
On
Oregon.
Oregon,
Yeah,
Yeah.
alibi bang left out of the hand, just no mercy. And I believe the Twitch as well. It's also memorable. So always interested to know all about it. But uh, for the final thing, I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time. Don't want to keep you here for longer. So Gecko, do you have anyone you want to shout out? Anyone you gotta give a thanks to?
Ooh. I mean, I guess I'm gonna shout out Emil for being able to sub so much. Like he's almost main team player at this point because we keep rotating players so much. But like he's a sub, so he's just playing. Not really that experienced in comp, but he's playing. He played pretty well on the first map, if you remember.
yeah, he went
Uh,
nuclear.
Yeah. So shout out to him, and then I guess shout out to some random guy who might be watching called Chair Memes. But I guess that's about it probably. I mean the team,
Oh,
of course, but like that goes without saying. I hope.
all right. What about from your side, Reza?
I mean, I'm just gonna steal Gecko's idea here. I'm gonna shout out Suki. Suki came out on really short notice, literally 2 hours before the game. We were like, "Yo, you want to hop in, play a league game for us?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll do it." So yeah, he kind of played. He went nuts first map and second map. So yeah, he played well. I guess thanks to him because we most likely would have had to FF the game if it weren't for him like 2 hours before.
Oof.
So yeah,
Should have Hacked his PC, bro.
Could have
Shit,
hacked
man.
his PC. What? Interesting ideas. But yeah, yet again, both of you well played today. Amazing to watch. You made Oregon surprisingly fun, which I just congratulate so much. Oregon is such a boring map for casters. It's literally just a daily basis. Okay, I'll give it to you. It's like breathing. You get so tired of it. But anyways, yet again, thank you so much for joining us today, for playing everything,
Yep.
all that type of stuff. And I wish to see you in the future with Sakasi. You guys are good teams.
Yeah, it was
no
nice.
worries. Thank
Finally
you.
getting casted for once. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, true. Yeah, thank you. GG's, man. In a bit.
GG. Well played. Bye.
All right. Yeah. But from that side, that was an amazing match. It was not too bad. It was quite dominant from each side at one point or another. And well, besides that, we got to give a shout out ourselves. Firstly, shout out to you viewers and the players for coming in, joining, watching, chatting, all that type of stuff. We always love to see the support. Shout out to the director Rainer and just giving us this production, this top tier, S tier, 10 out of 10 would recommend. Get them on Fiverr or some way. Just Twitch
100%.
production that we're seeing. Exactly. Also, thank you for John. Because I was supposed to solo cast, but he helped in the last few minutes. So
Last 10 minutes, I hopped in
yeah,
and saved it. And thanks to Papa Ball for being around. We don't get many streams on, but when we do, they're always amazing. So hope you come back for the next one.
mhm,
I think that is it from us, though. I think
and
nobody
agreed.
else for us to thank. So
Yeah, should be
right,
it.
well, that's it from
Well,
us then. So until next time.
we'll be seeing you again, hopefully soon.
Yeah.
Welcome to PGS Esports, where the players play. Your number one platform for all things esports. Built by gamers, for gamers, PGS puts talented players in the spotlight and creates a safe space for players of any skill level. Share stats with players from over 130 countries. Compete against your peers in our leagues and tournaments, and even learn from the pros. All in one easy-to-use mobile app. Find us on Facebook, Discord, or visit our website, pgsesports.com, to stay updated on new features, upcoming events, and more from the world of gaming. Join our growing global community and download the PGS Esports app today.
Forever,